Okay, so what we will do today, we will go over the assignment. Then we'll do some practice work. We'll do some word problems in inequality.
Okay.
And on Monday, you will have a quiz.
Yeah.
Um, I will not do it exactly the way we did before. I'll probably just give you the whole quiz and then let you do it the way you want to do it and then send me the answers. Okay,
Okay.
that will be on Monday. It'll be on inequalities and translating from verbal to math using, applying inequalities. So, Maureen, number one, did you do number one? Maureen, you're on mute. Did you do number one?
Hold on.
Did you
No,
see number one on the screen?
I said, but I didn't get to do that because it was mostly doing the one that you want me to send it for the college. Yeah.
What about the oh, you mean
Yes.
the college prep?
Yeah.
Okay. So now let's look at number one, read it and then tell me how you would solve it. Take your time.
Okay. It has solved the inequality.
Now
Okay.
read the inequality. Read it. What does that say?
6x is less than 5x plus 2.
Okay. Now, just looking at that, you're solving for the x, right?
Uh-huh.
So what would you do first, Maureen?
Subtract
That's right. What would you subtract?
5x from 6x.
5x from both sides. Remember,
Yeah,
you have
yeah,
to do the
yeah,
same thing to both sides.
yeah.
So you subtract the 5x from both sides. Perfect. So let's just put that there. Subtract the 5x on the left. Okay. Subtract the 5x on the right. And on the left side, Maureen, what do you get?
I get 1x.
Very good. 1x. And what do you get on the right side?
A 0
And what else?
plus 2.
Yes, 0 plus 2. Okay. Now let's when we add the 0, let's just put that all on the next screen. Okay. So this would then be 1x and 0 plus 2 is what, Maureen?
0 plus 2
Yes,
is 2.
that's right. And 1x is just x, right?
Yeah.
So we could just write 1x. Just take out the 1. That's the same as x, that coefficient. Add the 0 and the 2, and we just get 2. And what answer is that, Maureen?
B.
That's right. X less than 2. Answer B. Mercedes, are you okay?
Okay. My answer is answer A. But I do it differently.
How did you get a -2?
I was
Mercedes, how did you
contemplating.
get a -2?
Can I tell you how I did mine? Can I
Well,
speak how I did mine?
yes, tell me how you did yours.
Oh, all right. What I did was I subtract my -2 from both sides. Then I got the answer 6x less than where is it? Plus 3. Then I
Wait,
did.
wait, wait, wait. Now, Mercedes. You said, okay, let me just put what you said you did. Okay, let me copy this here and you tell me again what you did.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what did you do first?
I subtract -2 from both sides, from 5x and 2.
Okay, now the thing is you want to get your variables on the left, right?
Yeah, Miss Barbara, let me finish show you what I did first. Can I?
No, okay, but I just wanted to let you know that you're
Yeah.
starting off incorrect.
Okay.
Because
All right.
remember, I said you want to get your variables on one side.
Yeah.
So that means leaving the 2 where it is.
Oh,
Correct?
yeah.
But let me do what you said you did. You said you subtracted 2 from where?
I put it under 5x and the 2.
So you subtracted 2 here.
Yeah, I put it under 5x and under 2 plus 2.
Wait a minute. Where did you put the 2?
I put 2 minus 2 under the 5x. And then I also put it under 2 plus 2. Then
So,
I,
so you subtracted a 2 from 5x?
yes.
No, but that's not an x. You can't subtract a 2 from a 5x. You can subtract a 2x from a 5x.
Anyway, when I finish, I end up getting 3 divide into 6, and I get 2 2 for the answer. X is less than minus 2. That's
This
how
is
I,
what you did,
yeah.
but that's a no. You
Okay.
can't subtract a number
No,
from
I didn't
a
put the 2.
number.
I didn't put, sorry, I didn't put the minus 2 on the 6, and I put it on the other 2.
You didn't put it where?
I put it where the 5 is, and the next 2 put it
You
on the
put it
2.
here.
Yeah, and
And what
on the
did you
6.
do on the left side?
No, I put the 2 on the 2.
Oh, you put a 2 underneath the 2.
Yeah, minus 2 under there.
Okay.
Then I slash that because
Let me
that's
put what
0.
you said you did.
Okay.
Okay. So, and what did you do over here on the left side?
When I canceled the 2 over there.
Wait a minute, Mercedes. What did you do over the left side? Did you have a 2 here? A
No,
minus?
no, no
Okay, so
2
you
there.
didn't have this. Okay.
What I do, I bring down the 6x
Now,
slash,
now, Mercedes,
yeah.
to keep an inequality in balance or an equation in balance, what you do to the left side, you do to the right. So if you did a minus 2 and a minus 2 here, you'd have to do minus 2 on the left side.
Oh, that fills the 3 of them? I didn't
Well,
think.
remember, that's one of the key rules when you doing this
Oh,
problem solving is do whatever you do to the right, you do to the left to keep the inequality or an equation in balance.
okay, so when I did that, I bring down the 6x, cancel it, the double, the x on, get a 0 on the right. And then I have minus 3, no, plus 3 on from,
No, that's another thing. You cannot subtract a 2
from,
from 5x.
okay.
No, you don't get a 3 because that's not an x. See, remember in order to subtract coefficients, you must have the same variable.
Oh, oh, I'm sorry. I
You got,
got you. I got you.
you
I should
got
have,
me?
yes.
So right
If I
away,
put
this
that
you
X,
don't get a 3 because this is a minus 2, this is a 5x. You cannot subtract a minus 2 from a 5x.
okay.
That's a no. And whatever you do to one side of your inequality, you must do to the left. So if you do a minus 2 and a minus 2 on the right, you've got to do that on the left. You
Okay.
follow where you went wrong?
Yes, yes, I'm good.
Okay. So this is no.
The only thing is when I get the answer, I was contemplating between A and B
But
for the answer.
remember your rules.
I will.
Is
Okay.
that what? You want to get these variables on the same side.
Okay.
Leave the constant where it is. So in order to do that, you've got to do something with your 5x. And
Oh,
Maureen said, subtract the 5x from both sides. That's
side.
perfect. Because now you just have 1x left, and 5x and a minus 5x give you 0.
Yeah.
So now you have the variable on the left and the constant on the right.
Okay.
Got it, Mercedes?
Yes, why would you say the x is less than 2? For the answer now, you're the way
Well,
she,
isn't that a less than right there?
yeah, I see it. Oh, you
Okay.
mean bring it? Oh, what
Yeah.
I did was flip my turn, flip my sign.
Why would you flip the
I was a bit, maybe I confused something because when I'm doing it, I says, oh, the two numbers are together, so that is multiply. So then I'm going to do divide. So when I got the three, I said 3 into 6 goes 2 times. That's why I get the answer.
where
I
do you
get
get a 3?
when I divide 2 into, where do I get the 3? Hold on.
Because you tried to subtract 2 from 5x, but remember I just told you that's a
Not from
no-no.
5x.
You can't subtract a 2 from a 5x.
Mm-mm. No,
You can subtract a 2x from a 5x.
no, I use 2 to divide 6. When I bring
But
down the
why
6,
would you divide? And this is a plus, Mercedes.
because I'm looking, I misunderstood. Maybe my tired self. I'm misunderstood and say
No,
it's,
this is a plus.
yeah.
So you'd have to subtract in order for this to go to 0, not divide.
So I subtract 2 from 5, leave 3. Bring down the
No,
6.
no, you can't subtract 2 from 5 because
I
this is not a
understand.
2 from 5. This is a 2 and a 5x.
Yeah, yes, Miss Barbara, I understood what you're telling me. That is an error I had there, but I'm just explaining how I did it to get the 2, the -2.
No, I understand what you're saying, but all I'm saying is you made several mistakes.
Yes, I
Number
realize.
one is trying to subtract the constant from a variable. All right. And number
Okay.
two is doing something on one side of the inequality and not doing it on the other side. So you made
Okay.
two critical errors there that are incorrect.
Okay. Let me ask the question right there.
Okay.
You said do it on both sides. You mean like not don't put it in the middle, put it on left and right.
Left and right. In other words, you add one to the left, you add one to the right.
And leave what the
You
middle one.
divide by 2 on the left, divide by 2 on the right.
Okay.
Exact same thing, okay? And you do that whether it's an inequality or whether it's an equal. Same rule.
So it's supposing I got it right the way she got that right. If I even get it right, I still do the word the wrong way.
Well, if you do it the wrong way, you're not going to get the right answer.
But actually, I almost get the right answer.
Now,
It's just
almost don't count, Mercedes.
okay.
Please don't say almost. When you take these tests, they don't grade you on almost, do they?
Now,
No, they have one answer only. So
okay.
the fact that you had a -2 doesn't matter to the grader here because it's automatic. And they're looking for the answer. The answer is B. They don't even care that you said A. A, because a -2 is not the same as a 2. Is
Okay.
it?
No.
Nope, not the same. Let's say, is it clear now where
Yes,
you
yes,
did the
yes,
wrong steps here?
yes, Miss
You
Barbara.
write it off, Mercy.
Huh?
You write off it off the board.
I'm writing off this what you did now.
Okay, but Miss Barbie got to bear it back down that she can see to write it off.
Please.
Well,
So
you'll get
No,
all of this.
the answer.
oh, she's gonna send it to me so I could write it in the book.
No, you
Okay.
get, no, there's the answer. And,
Yeah.
and Maureen said subtract the 5x. There's Maureen's step right here. And notice, Mercedes, what Maureen did to the left side, she did to the right
To the
side.
right side.
So you
Okay.
subtract the 5x on the left, she subtracted 5x on the right. So a plus 5x minus 5x give you 0, and you still have your 2 here, right? And she
Yes.
subtracted her coefficients. 5 from 6 is 1. So that's 1x. and 1x is the same as x, right?
Yes.
So your answer is x less than 2. And then when you look at your choices over here, that's answer B.
Thank you.
Is it clear now,
Yes, thank you,
Mercedes?
Barbara. Yes, I really
Okay,
appreciate it.
now I want you to do number 2,
Where
Mercedes.
did it, Barbara?
Maureen did number,
One.
okay, now let me just put this all on the next so we can do it all on one screen. Now, I want you to solve number 2. Tell me what you would do.
I think I didn't do number 2. I left because well, let me try.
Okay, that's right. You can only try. This is practice. This is how we learn. So let me copy this and you tell me, what do you do to both sides? Make that a little bigger so it's nice and clear. Okay. So x greater than or equal 4x minus 9. Now remember what I said, Mercedes, you want those variables on the left side, the constants on the right. So what do you do first?
Okay. With this one, because the X is on the left side, I'm a bit confused, but I'll try.
It's
Um,
no, the x is on both sides. You have a x, that's a 1x, and you have
mhm.
a 4x. Now you want to get your x's all on the same side. So, Mercedes, what would you do for that to happen?
um, extra subtract 4x on both sides.
That's it. Very good. Subtract 4x from both sides. Good start. Okay. Subtract 4x from both. Are you doing that?
Yes, I'm writing down what you're
Okay.
talking.
Subtract 4x from both sides.
Okay.
Okay. So let me just copy that and put the 4x subtracting. And you tell me what you get once you do that. So you have minus 4x on the left, right? And you have minus 4x on the right. Okay, Mercedes, what do you have on the left side once you subtract the
On the left
4x?
side, I would have 3x
Plus or minus?
minus.
That's it, because it's a plus and a minus. You subtract, get a 3. The bigger number has a negative. Perfect. So you've got a minus 3x on the left. Now, what do you have on the right side?
On the right side, now I have
Copy this. Tell me, once you subtract out that 4x, what do you have?
5.
You have what?
No, 0.
4x plus 4x and minus
Zero.
4x is 0. So
Zero.
this is
Zero. Sorry.
0, right? So we can take that out. Okay, and take this out, because add 4x minus 4x, you get 0. Whenever you add the same values, whether they're constants or variables or constant variables combination, you get 0. So now we have minus 3x greater than or equal to a minus 9. Okay, Mercedes, what is your next step?
My next step is I'm thinking about divide 3 on both sides.
That's right. That's it, because that's a multiplication. Very good. So you pick your right choice, divide both sides by -3, right?
Yes.
Because -3 is your coefficient. Now, if you do that, let me just copy. Okay, let me bring this all to the next. Okay. Now, once you divide that out, let me just put, I was going to combine it, but no, I'll go ahead and put the divide there. and you should be doing this. Put your -3 underneath over here, okay? And do the same with the -9. Okay, so put -3, -3, and then on the right side, -3. What do you have left?
Okay, what I have left is x.
That's right. That would just be x. Okay, greater than or equal. Let's put that symbol there. And what's a -9 divided by -3, Mercedes?
3.
That's it, positive. Like signs divide to give you a positive. Also, they multiply to give you a positive. So you have a 3, right?
Yes.
Now, when you divide by a negative, what do you do to the inequality sign?
You flip it.
You flip it. But we don't have to do that here because we just wanted to know the solution. So we got a 3. So what's the answer here, Mercedes?
So the answer would be A.
That's it. Very good. Good job.
I doubt myself.
You got it, Mercedes. Don't do that. You did a great job.
I doubt myself, boy. And I
So
said,
if I had
because of the
asked you
extra, I
to,
doubt myself. I'm not sure if I'm.
no, you should, because if I had asked you to give me the value of it, then this would have been x less than or equal to -3. So let's just put that there. And I would have a less than. Let's put that symbol there. But I didn't ask you that. I asked a solution. So you didn't have to give me the one with the symbol. Okay. Let's take that out. That would be the, I'm sorry, I took that wrong thing. Let's see. Okay, that's greater than. I want the less than symbol.
It's Barbara. I observed you didn't do the answer like that in the answers that you gave.
I'm
You
sorry?
you didn't put the equality sign for in the answer group.
No, I didn't, because that's not what I asked for. I said the solution.
Okay, you want the
So
solution.
I'm just saying, had I asked for that, then you would have had less than or equal.
Yeah, okay,
Came
got
up
you.
greater than. I was looking for less than or equal sign. See if I have one. Less than or equal. Okay, here's one. That's a less than or equal. So let's just put that. No, I just added that because I said, had I asked you for a different type answer, then that would have been the answer that you would have given. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. If I had asked you for a different type answer, it would have been x less than or equal to 3 because you divided by -3, so you reverse the inequality. But I didn't ask you that. I asked you what is a solution. A solution is the number 3, so answer A. Got it?
Okay, yes, thank you.
But I just wanted to point out to you the rule: when you're dividing or multiplying by negative, you reverse the inequality. So your answer wouldn't be x greater than or
You
equal,
say
be
when I
x less
multiply,
than.
say that again, Miss, when I multiply or
When you
when I
go ahead.
you say when I multiply or when do I flip the sign?
When you divide or multiply by a negative, you
Okay.
reverse the inequality. Okay, so if it's a greater than or equal, it becomes a less than or equal. If it was a less than, then it becomes a greater than. So that
Okay.
means the reverse. The reverse of a less than is a greater than. The reverse of a greater than or equal is a less than or equal. The reverse of a less than or equal is a greater than or equal. That's what I mean by reverse. Got it?
Okay. Yes, thank you.
Mercedes, you did a good job on number 2.
I thought I'm so double. I started it and I stopped. I said, no, it could be wrong. And I'm
No,
looking at
you
the
did you put the right steps in there, you subtracted, got all your variables together right here, and then you
I'm
say, well,
right.
I've got a
Oh,
multiplication, so I've got to divide by my -3, and you got your answer as a 3.
oh,
Minus over minus is positive because like signs divide or multiply to give you
yeah.
plus. Unlike signs divide or multiply to give you
Credit
negative.
go to you, Miss Barbara. Thank you. I'm catching on.
Yes, very good. Okay. Maureen, you got number 3?
I can figure out this one.
Oh, Maureen, I didn't hear you say that. I didn't hear you say that, Maureen.
I thought you kicked that one, Maureen.
Huh?
Maureen's got it. She just,
I thought you kicked that one. Cause you're good at it more than me.
Maureen did it. She
No,
just,
I didn't do that.
Maureen, but look, what are you trying to do? This one,
That minus 2x plus 9.
less than 1. So
That's
what do
the
you
one.
do? So Maureen, you just got to get your constant 9 on the side with the 1. So what do you do?
Oh, I see. Divide
Right?
by, oh,
So what do you do, Maureen?
we subtract
That's it. You subtract what?
9 from 1 from 9 or 9 from 1. I know.
Oh, you're trying to get the 9 over here with the 1, and it's
Uh-huh.
being added. So you subtract the 9 from both sides,
Okay.
right?
Uh-huh.
Subtract 9 from both sides, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Maureen, do that. And what do you get?
9 from both sides. I get 9 from 9 is nothing.
0, okay. And what about the right side? I'm just putting what you get. I'm not going to put it there. So when
Okay.
you subtract the 9 from both sides, what do you get, Maureen?
So do I get 0 and 8?
You get 0 over here on the left side,
Pardon,
okay?
Miss Barbara, you doing number 3?
What?
You did it. You're doing number 3 now?
Yes, we're doing
Yeah,
number 3.
I didn't see the number. It was up. Thank you.
Yeah, there we go. Solve the inequality. Okay, so you subtract the 9, that just leaves 2x. Now
Yeah.
over here, you subtracting the 9, and what does that give you, Maureen?
Wait,
1 minus 9 is what?
it's 8
Plus or minus?
minus.
That's it. Now, when you just say 8, that's saying a plus 8. That's why I ask you plus or minus. You tell me minus. Okay. So let's just put that there. And that's a -8. So 1 subtracted, unlike signs, you subtract. So this is an 8. And you can see the answer, right, Maureen? So what do you do now? You got -2x less than
Okay.
-8. So what do you do?
Yeah, divide
Divide what?
by 2
That -2.
minus 2.
Divide both sides by -2. So what do you get, Maureen?
4. A minus 2, 2 from 2 is 0. 2 from 8 is 4.
No, you're not adding here. You're dividing. So you get a
I mean,
1.
28 is 4. 22 is 1.
That's it. That's it. So let's just put
Yeah.
this here. So you don't get a 0 here because you're dividing. So that will give you a 1, like you just said.
Yeah.
-2. And do the same on the right. -2. Okay. So this becomes, okay. So on the left side, Maureen, what do you have?
1x.
Okay, so let me just, this is gonna change. So let me just put this all over on the other side.
Okay.
Okay. Now, so that's just x, right?
Yeah.
Because -2 over -2 is just a
Two,
1, a
one
plus
X.
1. So
Yeah.
we'd have x less than, what's some -8 over -2, Maureen?
It's
Minus 8 divided by -2.
it's 4.
It's 4. That's right. +4 because they're like signs. But if I divide by -2, what do I do with my inequality?
You get it switch it around.
That's right. You reverse it. So this
Yeah.
becomes what, Maureen?
Greater.
That's it. Greater than 4. And what answer is that, Maureen?
D.
That's it. D. Now, Sadie, you got that?
I had
Almost.
that answer, but I guess it. I just guess it.
Can you slide on? Let me see your answer sheet, Miss Barbara.
Huh?
You kind of just scroll on a little bit. Let me see your
Well,
answer.
there, solve the
Oh, I
inequalities
just
right
see
over
it.
here.
Sorry,
You
saw.
see it?
Okay. Yeah.
You have
Oh,
x greater than 5, A, B, x less than 4, C, x less than 5, D, x greater than 4. We got x less than 4, but we divided by negative, so we reverse the inequality. The less than becomes greater than. So the answer D, x greater than 4.
I
Questions
got
on number 3?
what I got is
Yeah. I do all of mine different to the 7, but I but I didn't do 2. I didn't do 3, but I do 2. Just so you call I didn't do 2, but I do 2, 1, 3. I think I do 4, 5, 6, and I didn't do 7.
Okay,
oh, by the way, Miss
Mercedes.
Barbara,
Yes, questions, Mercedes?
number 5 and number 7 is the same.
Now, number 3, we are just talking number 3. Any questions on number 3?
No, Miss, I understood it. What I did a little different, but I understood it.
Oh, you understood it? You
Yes.
didn't subtract the 9 out?
Yeah, I do. I do, but I do. Instead of using a 9, I do the 1, but I still get the answer. But not. I didn't flip it.
Why did you do the 1?
I don't know.
But because you have a 1 on the right and a 9 on the left, it makes more sense to get the 9 on the side with the 1, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. I understood the mistake now because it's coming from the first mistake I had.
Okay, all right.
Yes, so I'm okay.
Okay, let's go to number 4. Now, number 4 is an operation. 3 added to the product of a -4 and a number is less than 5 added to the product of a -3 and a number. So that means you've got
Oh,
to
this
do
one beat
all
me up,
of
Miss
this
Barbara.
to solve this, right?
Yeah, Miss
Mhm.
Barbara, that
So
one beat me up. I couldn't do it.
you had a problem with this, Mercedes?
Yeah, I couldn't do that one. I read it. I kept read it and read it,
3
and I leave it.
added to the product of a number and a number x. Did you do that?
No, I just keep on read it and look at it and says,
Is
no.
less than 5 added to the product of 3 and the number. Okay, so that's 5 added to the product of 3 and the number. Okay, product means what?
Multiply.
That's right. So let me just put this, okay. I bring the 5 down here. Okay. Now, Mercedes, tell me how would I write 3 added to the product of a -4 and a number? What would I write?
Let me see if I can guess it. 3 to the. Okay, I'll say 3.
3. What's the symbol
Uh,
for add?
Plus.
Okay, plus. Okay, product of -4 and a number. What would that look like?
Can I say like C or B?
No, I'm not asking you that. I'm saying product of -4 and a
4.
number x. What would that be, mathematically. Verbally, it says product of -4 and a number X. So tell me what to write mathematically.
I don't know if I should say put a bracket and put 4 minus 4 in it. I'm not sure. That's why I was a little bit confused right there. Right there.
Maureen may be able to help you out. Maureen, what does that look like? The product of -4 and a number X.
I will put minus 4x.
That's it.
Oh, yeah?
Very good. Side by side.
Just like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so it says
Plus a
product of-
-4x. Now, if you want to put it in parentheses, you could do that, but you don't have to. But let's just put it minus plus the product of -4 and the number X. So I'll put that
That's
there.
Miss what worry me, Miss, when you say to the product. I thought right there I have to find a number or something first before I go to the -4.
But it says the
They
product
already
of
got the number.
-4 and the number is X,
They
a
already got the
variable.
number.
Yeah?
Yeah, they already got the number.
You got the
-4 and
number
a number
X,
X.
right? It says on
Oh,
a number X, it's telling you what the variable is, X.
okay.
That means you multiplying the -4 by a number X.
The -4.
And that's side by side multiplication. -4x means -4 times X, right?
That's
Mercedes?
so the product of.
Product multiplication.
Yes.
Remember, we went through side by side
I know it's
multiplication.
I know it's multiplication, but my problem was to should I put a multiplication sign beside the plus? I
Well,
don't
you
know.
didn't have to. You could have put 4. Well, you wouldn't put another X. You put dot or asterisk. But why not just make it simple, side by side, like Maureen said, -4x,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Now, is less than. So is less than mean I put what? The less
That's
than
sign.
symbol.
Sign.
Yeah.
That's it. 5. Now, what do I write next, Mercedes? 5 added to the product of -3 and the number. What do I write, Mercedes?
5 plus
5, very good. 5 plus. Now, the product of -3 and a number.
the product of -3 and a number. So I'm going to put down -3.
-3 and the number. So it's the same numbers here. So that would be what?
The
X.
X.
That's it. Okay. So let me I'll just put it in parentheses just for clarity. Okay. Okay. There we go. All right. Now you want to solve it. And then you'll know which of those number lines are correct. Okay. So what would you do first? There's no one way of doing this. You need to get all your constants together and you need to get all your variables together. So let's try to get our variables on the left side. So how would we do that?
So you're going to
What the variable? Oh, you put 3x. Let's see.
What do you do, Maureen?
You put the 3x under the 4x.
Maureen, I don't want put. You know we use operations, mathematical operations, add, subtract, multiply, divide. So what do we do?
Let's see. We subtract.
That's a negative. That's a negative.
Negative. Negative.
Okay.
You add.
Yeah, you add because a plus minus gives you a negative. So let me just write this without the parentheses so that it looks clearer. Okay. Plus minus gives negative. So this would be 3 minus 4x less than 5 minus 3x. Now, Maureen, what did you say do? Add what?
Mhm.
Want to get all these x's on the left side. So you were telling me what to do. Add what?
You add 3x. Let me see.
That's it. Keep going. You got it right. Add 3x to both
4x.
sides.
Yeah.
Remember, what you do on the left, you do on the right. That holds for inequalities just like it holds for equals. So let's do that.
Okay.
Add the 3x. Mercedes, you adding it?
I'm just admiring what she's doing. I'm
Are you
writing.
doing that? You should be doing the operation.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So add the 3x and do that on the right side. Add the 3x. Right now, Maureen, what do we have on the left side once we add that 3x?
7x.
A minus 4x and a 3x?
Or minus 7. A
That's not a
minus.
minus. Unlike signs, you subtract,
Oh,
Maureen.
oh. Oh, yeah.
What would it be?
Uh, will be x, 1x, right? Cause
3
3 from 4 is 1, right?
plus or minus.
Okay. A minus.
Okay. Minus 1x. Okay. Less than. And what do we have on the right side? Maureen,
Okay.
what's on the right?
0
0 plus what?
plus 5.
That's it. 5. Okay. Because minus 3x plus 3x is 0. So let me just put the 0 there. Just for clarity. All right. Now, we have 3 minus 1x less than 5 plus 0. Now, Maureen, what do we do?
Okay. I'm stuck there. Okay. I got to concentrate. I'm stuck there.
You have a 3 on the left and you have a 5 on the right. You need to get the 3 on the side with the 5. So what do, Maureen?
You subtract
That's right. Subtract what?
3 from both sides.
That's it. 3 from both sides. See, when you get something like, you look at this and you says, well, I want my x's already on the left side, so I don't have to worry about that. But I've got a 3 sitting here and I need to get it with the 5. And since it's added, I have to subtract. Okay, so this becomes the plus 3 and the minus 3 is 0. So we'll just have minus
No.
1x, right? And what's
Uh,
5 minus 3?
2.
5 minus 3 is 2.
2 minus, yeah.
Okay, so I'll have x.
Okay.
Okay, let me just, okay. So this minus 1x, I'll just make it minus x because that's the same as 1. And 5 minus 3 is 2.
Mhm.
All right. Now, what do I do?
1 minute, miss. Sorry.
Yes, question
What do you do right there? You
right
minus
here?
1 from 3?
No, subtract 3 from both sides.
So you said,
Right here, I subtracted 3 and that went to 0. So that's a 0 and a minus 1x. You got it,
okay,
Melanie?
you said take away 3 from 1x is 0.
No, there's a 3 right here. So if I subtract the 3 here and the 3 here, 5 minus 3, that would be plus 3 minus 3 is 0. So I just have 1 minus 1x left. Correct?
I don't
Subtract the 3 here, Mercedes. What do you get? on the left side.
If I take away 3 here,
Yeah, on this side. If you take
yeah,
away
on the
3,
left
what do
side,
you have left?
just 1x.
That's minus 1x.
Yes, minus
Okay,
1x.
minus
Oh,
1x. And then I have 3 from the 5, and that's a 2, right? Now,
yeah.
I have a negative here. So what do I do with this negative? I'll put the 1 back. What do I do with that negative 1? Divide both sides by negative 1. All right. Then that would be what? What would this be equal to? Minus 1 over minus 1 is just x, right? So that would be less than negative
1.
1.
Yeah.
X less than negative 1. No, I'm sorry, x less than negative 2. 2 over 1 is 2. So that's a 2. So x less than negative 2. But since we divided by negative, this become x greater than
Greater than.
negative 2, right?
So you flip the sign.
So you
Yeah.
reverse the sign. So x is greater than negative
Minus
2 because we
negative 2.
divided by a negative.
Yeah.
So now you look at these number lines. Which one says x greater than a negative 2? Mercedes.
Hold up. X greater than.
Yeah.
Which one say x greater than a?
Yep.
X is greater. No, x is less than a negative 2.
No, x
No, it's
greater than
greater.
negative 2. Because
Greater
remember,
than.
we divided both sides by negative. So we reverse the sign from less than to greater than.
I
Now
want to say,
look at
I
these.
got the answer, but I can wait till you get the answer.
You
That's
want
my right.
Mercedes to get it right?
Like I said, the answer is my answer. Then she
Next
said,
answer. You
What
can
is
get.
the answer, Mercedes?
All right.
Which one show x greater than a negative 2?
Is it B? Oh no. It's a x greater than a negative 2. I'm looking at the 0, the 2. It's not B.
No,
It's
it's
not
not B.
It's not C, right?
It's not C.
It's not D, right?
Why is it not D?
What?
Isn't that a negative 2? And going in
Yeah.
this way, aren't you getting bigger?
Okay, x is greater than negative. The answer is D.
D, that's right. Is that what you got, Maureen?
yeah, I just guess it.
Oh
X
boy.
greater than a negative 2.
I
Because
didn't look at
remember,
the negative.
everything's coming after the negative 2 is
Yeah.
bigger than it, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Whereas if you go this way, it's getting
Sorry,
smaller.
Maureen. I didn't look carefully.
Yeah,
I
here's a
got it.
negative 2 here. Well,
Then I looked at the
you
greater than, so I
yeah,
realized
really need to just look at your negative 2 because
just its sign.
A and B are positive 2. So it's
Yeah.
between C and D, but the C is getting smaller.
Yeah.
That is if you left it like here, but since
So
you divided by negative 1, you got to reverse the inequality from
what
less
brought
than
my
to
eyes
greater
is
than.
because I realized that I didn't look at the sign. Greater. So when I see the X is greater, I say, oh.
Yeah, see, I put
X
here,
greater.
so x greater than negative 2 because you divided by negative 1. So
So
that
negative is less.
yeah, that reverses from less than to greater than. And the only one says x greater than negative 2 is D. There's the negative 2, and going in this direction is greater than. Question?
No, thank you, miss.
Mercedes, you understand this one?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, this was one where you had variables and constants on both
Yeah,
sides.
that's a challenging one. I think I tried again that one.
Yeah, well, when you have constants and variables on both sides, well, you can choose which one you want to do first, but just keep in mind you want your variables on the left.
You know what? I thank you for Miss for the
Why?
right thing, so we can able to translate it. 'Cause trust me, I couldn't do that once.
Oh, yeah. Well, just remember product is multiplication, quotient is division, added is a plus sign, taken from, take away, that's a subtraction sign. So 3 added, that's 3 plus, product, multiplication. And remember that one of your most valuable things is to recognize that when you say a product of two things, that's side by side, right?
Yes.
You don't have to put an asterisk, you don't have to put a dot, you don't have to put parentheses, just put them side by side. And that's exactly what Maureen did. She said product of a minus 4 and a number x is just minus 4x. Got
Yeah.
it?
Yes.
Okay. So is all that clear now, Mercedes?
Yes, Miss. Thank you.
Okay. Very good. So number 5. Mercedes, number 5.
Okay, number 5.
This one I'm not, I just want the answer. What's the
Answer
answer?
D.
Answer what?
D. I'm wrong. Don't tell I'm wrong.
What did you say the
What am
answer
I looking
was?
at? Well, I'm sorry, Miss. I'm looking at the wrong
Number
place.
5.
I'm looking at the right side. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Number 5, what is the answer?
Oh, my answer for number 5 is D.
How did you get that?
Holy cow. I I I divide
Divide what?
6 into 18.
That's it. Divide both sides by 6.
6, yeah.
And that gives you, what does it give you, Mercedes? What did you
6
X
say?
is 18 and 12.
What did you say your answer was?
D. I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong.
You
6
said
is
D as in
18 and
what?
12.
In
What did
dog.
D as in dog?
Yeah.
How did you get D?
Because I divide 6 on both sides,
And
and I end up with X is greater than 3.
why do you make it greater than? That's a less than, and you didn't divide by negative.
I was a little bit ticklish with it, how to do the sign, which sign to choose. And I said,
No, but Mercedes, there's no negative here. The only way you switch this from less than to greater than is
yeah,
if you had divided by a negative. If this was a negative 6, that's a plus 6,
yeah, okay,
right?
okay.
So what's your answer?
The answer is C.
Answer C.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I did well then. I'll compliment myself. The first
No,
one,
I'm not going to compliment you on switching something when you don't say
you're the
negative.
teacher.
I'm
You're the
not going to
teacher.
compliment you on that, Mercedes. I'm
No, no,
sorry.
no, miss. You're the teacher. I will accept your rulings. But with myself, I couldn't even brush that the other day.
But Mercedes, I don't want you changing these rules. When do you reverse the sign? When you multiplying or
Yeah,
dividing
I
by
didn't
a
remember. Honestly, I didn't.
negative.
Yeah, I didn't remember.
Pour that in your head, right?
Yeah, yes.
So keep it simple. You divide it by 6, correct. But that less than stays less than. Got it?
Yes, yes. Thank you.
It changes. When would it change, Mercedes?
If I add divide or what is it? Subtract
Or multiply
or multiply. Divide or
by
multiply
what?
by a negative.
That's right. Very good.
Get
And
it?
you don't see a negative anywhere here, do you?
Okay, that's what sometimes I don't remember those little pieces.
Yeah, that's why I want you to keep
But
that rule in mind.
yeah,
Don't start modifying it. Keep
but
things simple.
but
No negative, just do the division and put the answer down.
okay, that's why I'm saying I'm not too bad. I'm complimenting myself because I couldn't even brush that one. From my seat, I go blank. Why I don't know. But no, I'm stepping out. So that's why I'm saying I'm complimenting myself. I'm trying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, Mercedes, mental math. What number multiplies by 6 give 18?
3.
3. So you can eliminate A and B right away,
Yeah.
right? So you know it's between C and D. And since you didn't have a negative coefficient, you said, well, it stays the less than. So C. Got it?
Yes. Thank you.
And then you saying 5 and 7 is the same question, so I didn't do that because you saying 5 and 7 is the same thing.
Oh, 5 and 7 the same thing. I was telling her earlier.
Okay, yeah, 5 and 7. Yeah, 7 is C also, right? Very
Yeah, the
good.
same thing, yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, if you got it wrong one place, you got it wrong there.
You wrong the same place.
Well, I didn't do it. I said it was 5, so I left it out.
Yeah. But Maureen, I'm saying if you got it wrong one place, you got it wrong the other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
7
When
is
I start
answer
to do it, I
C.
look, I say, oh boy, this is
That was unintentional. WRSC. Okay. Now let's look at that was what 5. Let's look at 6. Maureen, what's the answer for 6?
I can figure out this by put A.
You
Because,
put A.
yeah, because it's 4y is greater than -4.
4y greater than or equal -4. So what
Yeah.
did you do? What was your step here to just get y?
I didn't do the steps, but I just put an answer. I
No,
just
no,
read, take out.
I have to know your steps, Maureen.
I
How
didn't
do
do
you
the steps, Miss
solve
Valerie.
this inequality for y?
I didn't think about nothing like that. I just put an answer, Miss Valerie,
No,
because I
no, I
couldn't
don't want
understand.
to just put an answer. Mercedes can tell me. Mercedes, how do you solve this inequality for y greater than or equal to -4? How do you solve it for y?
first. I take away 4 on both sides.
Wait. Why are you taking away? I don't see a plus.
Oh, wait a minute.
For y is a product multiplication, right?
Oh yes,
Just
yes,
said
yes,
about side by
yes,
side
yes.
multiplication. For
Oh
y means 4 times y,
yes.
correct?
It's 4y.
So what do you do, Mercedes?
Oh boy. I'm gonna multiply on both sides.
And
No,
get 16 and 16, you still will have,
divide.
you divide, right?
Yes.
And what do? Divide what?
4 on both sides.
Divide both sides by 4. Divide both sides by 4. And let me just put it here. I'll put the 4 there because Maureen gave me a real strange answer.
Why do you think
All
it's
right.
strange?
Well, you'll see when we put it here. Okay.
Okay.
We divide both sides by -4. Okay. I'm sorry about 4. That's a +4. So let's do that both sides. And there's a 4 here. And a 4 here. Now, Maureen, 4y divided by 4 gives what?
Why?
That's right, y.
Exactly.
-4 divided by 4 gives what?
0.
-4 divided by 4, Maureen. You see why I say you gave me a
1
strange answer?
Yeah.
Plus or minus?
minus.
That's it. You see why I said you gave me a strong answer?
Okay.
Okay, so that would be small y. Let's put that one. And minus over plus gives minus, right? So that would be a -1. And that's answer what?
B.
Answer
Yes, I
B.
got it.
You got it? You
Yes.
see why I said you gave me a really kind of weird answer?
Yeah.
Because you added, right? But that's a division. So answer for -1 is answer B. Maureen, you see where you made the mistake?
Yeah.
Yeah, you added a -4 and a 4. But that's not an add. That's a what? A division. Negative over positive gives negative. Questions?
Miss, I almost do some of the mental, you know.
Of course, a lot of these you can
I'm
do
trying to do the
mentally.
mental.
Just remember your
That's why I'm
signs.
so
That's
glad I
all.
get this one right.
Very good, Mercedes. Congratulations. But Maureen switched her operations. She went from dividing to adding, right? Maureen, be careful now. Be
I remember
careful. You can't switch these operations. If it says division,
you know,
don't
number.
switch it to addition. Got it? Okay, let's go to, and 7 was the same, so we didn't have to. Okay, number 8, perimeter.
Oh, that was a fighter. But I
Number 8.
tried.
Okay, perimeter. P equal 4s, 4
Yes.
times the length of a side. And the perimeter is less than or equal 64.
64.
All right, let's just underline that.
So that means you got to multiply the 4 sides, right?
For the perimeter.
What did you say, Maureen?
Okay.
Which of the following represents, let me just put that all over here. Which of the following represents the possible measures of the side of the square? Perimeter is less than or equal to 64.
4.
So the sides must be what, Maureen?
16.
That's right, because 64 divided by 4 is 16. So which one would be correct, A or B?
Okay, we see which of the following represent the possible measures. I will say B.
Greater
Greater than?
than? Nope. If the perimeter is less than, the side's
Oh,
got to be less than.
less than or yeah, A.
That's right. So answer A.
Yes, I got it.
Got it, Mercedes?
Yes.
Yeah, see, I gave you that figure there, and I said 4 times the side of the perimeter. So if the perimeter is
Yeah,
64,
yeah. The
64
perimeter
divided
of the
by
square
4 is
is less
16.
or yeah.
So it's got to be between A and B.
You're right.
But
Like
since
not
it
less
said
or
less
equal.
than or equal, then
Equal,
the
yeah.
sides have to
Yeah.
be less than
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
equal.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
Miss,
can't be greater.
first I choose B. Then I can might go back over it and think and look at it.
Yeah,
And then
think about it. If you get something bigger, you're gonna have something bigger than the 64. But it
yeah,
says less than or equal.
equal
Can't
to.
be bigger than 64. And to be
That's
bigger than 64, the side is gonna be bigger than what?
that's why I
The side is
choose.
gonna be bigger than 16 because there are 4 of them. You got it?
It's like when I choose, there's an inner spirit saying, "No, look at
Mhm.
it again." And I say,
Very good. So you
"Oh,
got it right,
yes,
Mercedes?
I do."
Wonderful. Okay. Any questions on the assignment?
Was very challenging and good, Miss, especially this one and the one with the number line. Yeah,
Oh, with the number lines?
yeah, I was a bit doubtful and with
Yeah.
the parameter too.
Just remember with the number line. Let me just go back here. When you see the open
Yes,
dot, it's got to be greater than or less than. If you see the close, it's greater than or equal or less than or equal. Going from right to left on the number line, your numbers are getting smaller. Going from left to right,
correct.
they're getting
Greater.
bigger. Okay, keep
One thing I
those.
might not remember, Miss, is this open circle.
Yeah, the open is greater than or less than it. That means it does not include it. But when you say greater than or equal, that's including it. And that's the shaded dot. Got it?
Can I write that note?
Mhm.
When the O is open.
When it's open, when the dot on the line, or if you want to call it a circle on the line, is open, that's a greater than or it's a less than.
Greater than.
If it's shaded, it's greater than or equal or less than or equal. Got it?
Shaded is less than
Or
or
equal
equal.
or greater than or equal. So they both hold, right? See, this is a less than symbol. This is
Okay.
a greater than. That would be for the open circle. All right,
Thank you, Miss Barbara.
got it? Okay, let me do a new share, and then I think I've got okay. All right, because we want to do some word problems, but first I want you to solve these. All right, number 4 and number 5. Just give me the answer. Just tell me the answer for number 4. Anybody want to tell me? I'll write it.
Yeah. What did you say, Miss Barbara?
I want you to solve 4 and 5. What's the answer for number 4? Anybody want to tell me? Smith or math?
Yeah. I gotta put this thing on, make sure it's cold.
Okay. X on the left,
Well,
less than or equal. What do I have on the right side, Maureen?
X is okay. X plus 3 is less than -3.
Less than or equal
Well,
-3.
now,
So I just need to get my 3's together. The X, the variable is already on the left. So I have
do
X.
subtract
So I subtract. So what do I get on the left side? I mean, on the right side, Maureen.
3
You get 3.
-3.
You subtracted the -3 both sides. So what's
Yeah,
a -3 and a -3, Maureen?
a -3 and a -3 is a 0.
A -3 and a +3 is a 0, Maureen.
-3 and a -3 is 1.
No, Maureen. You remember I went through the sign
Oh,
rules.
a -3, a +3,
A -3 and a -3.
a -3 and a -3 is a 6.
Plus or minus?
Minus.
-6. You're still getting those sign rules mixed up. Add negatives, add positives. -3, subtract to the left side gives you 0, -3 on the right, -3 and a -3 is a -6. Now, Sadie, did you get that? You're on mute.
Messy?
Yeah, I think so.
Did you get -6?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Mercedes, what's the number 5? Math.
Well, number 5 is
Yes.
x greater than or equal
X greater than
or
or
equal.
equal what?
Well, okay. Equal. I don't want to make a mistake and make sure. X is greater than
Or X.
equal to 4.
X greater than or equal 4, because you divided both sides by 4,
Yeah,
right?
4. Yeah.
That's correct. 16 divided by 4 is 4. Okay, couple of more I want you to do. -1 plus r greater than or equal 4. 2x plus 4 greater than or equal to 24. So that means you'll just have R already on the left, right? So this would be R.
One,
You switching so fast, Miss.
What's the problem?
I was writing off the last one. You're switching so fast.
Oh, okay, I go back. No problem.
I was quickly X.
Here we go. Number 4 was x less than or equal -6. -3 gives you -6. Number 5, you divide it by 4, like you said, Mercedes. So x greater than or equal 16 over 4, which is 4.
Yeah. You can go right back. Thank you.
Okay. Just cut that. Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's see, 6. So 6, you have the constant on the left, and that's R, right? So we'll have R greater than or equal. What's on the right side, Mercedes?
Um, 3. -3.
How do you get a -3?
Because I'm subtracting 1 from both sides.
Why would you subtract 1?
Oh, don't tell
1
me
is
so.
a negative, you've got to add the 1, right?
So,
If you want that to go to the 0, you got to add the 1. So what's
okay.
4 plus 1, Mercedes?
5.
5. Questions?
Okay. So,
oh,
because it have -1, then the 4 is also a -4. That's why you
No,
get
the
5.
4 is a plus 4.
But +4
There's
and
a, there's a plus 4 here.
yeah, what why do I get 5?
Because if you add 1 to a -1, you get 0. And you add 1 to the 4, you get a 5. Remember, you do the same thing on both sides of the
Yeah,
inequality.
were you saying that plus and negative means subtraction? That's a I misunderstood something right there.
Mercedes,
Yeah.
if I want to get my -1 with my plus 4, what do I have to do?
Put the plus.
Don't tell me put.
No, sorry. I'm going to no, add on both sides then or
You
subtract
add the 1 to both sides. A -1, a plus 1 is 0. And if I add 1 over here on the right, what's 4 plus 1?
5. But
5.
that's not. You says the 4 is +4. That's I'm a little.
But if you add 1 to it, what do you get, Mercedes?
5. But I'm thinking that the 1 is the sign at the 1 and the plus at the 4 make it a subtraction. That's what I'm thinking.
Why would
So
it be subtraction and you adding? You
also just tell me.
adding 4 to both sides, right? Let me just put here.
Okay.
Add, let's see. Add add 1. And this is a plus 1, right? So when I say add 1 to both sides.
So right away I'm thinking that just like the 1 have that sign, the 4 have the same sign. That's why it becomes 5.
Well, when you add a 1 to a 4, what do you get, Mercedes?
I know it's 5, Miss Barbara, but that's not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of the sign.
What sign?
The sign at the 1.
Yeah, that's a minus. So what's wrong with
Yeah.
that minus
So
1?
I'm thinking that 4 is -4 also.
No, but what do you see a minus here?
No,
So how you thinking a negative, Mercedes? That's a
because I
plus.
get 5.
What?
Because you always say negative and positive give you subtraction. That's a subtraction. So maybe I misunderstood something here.
No, but these you're talking different sides here, getting things mixed up. You're
Okay.
trying to get the -1 with the 4. To do that, you have to add a 1, right? So I add a 1 to a -1, you get 0. But I have to add the 1 on the right. That's how I
All
get
right,
to
let me see if
5.
I understood it by asking this question. So
Okay.
we have -1 plus, because there's a plus, they mean that work is addition, right? If there was a subtraction sign there after the -1, then I would subtract the 1 from the 4.
No, no, the minus, if it was after, that goes with the R. Doesn't go with the -1.
Oh no, I mixed up right there.
Yeah, you're getting mixed up. Because
Yeah.
if I put a minus here, that only applies to the minus R, the variable. The
Okay.
-1 in front of the 1 applies to the 1 only. It has a negative. The 1 has a negative. Addition of an R greater than or equal to a +4. Default is plus.
Oh,
So if my R variable is already on the left, so I could just bring down my R, right?
okay.
But I need to get my 1, this -1 constant, on the side with the 4. In order to do that, I have to
So
add
right there,
the
Miss
1.
Barber. Right there, Miss Barber.
Yes.
4 is what sign? It's a default, means
No, it's a plus.
it's a plus.
Yes.
So 1 is not a plus. That's
1
why
is a
that,
negative.
so negative and plus and positive make it,
A
that's what
-1 and a +1 is what, Mercedes?
is subtraction you're doing then.
A -1 and a +1 is equal to what, Mercedes? If I add a +1 here on the left, -1 and +1 is equal to what?
-1 and +1 would be 1.
No.
0,
Negative,
0.
positive are the same variable number, 0.
Oh, Miss Barbara, can you
Yeah.
put a plus beside the 4? I something to take it away.
Okay, you want me to put a plus here.
I just want you to see what's in my mind.
Okay.
Okay. So if I bring, I'm gonna do um the addition on both sides. I'm gonna bring the the 1 over to the 4, under the 4. I am going to get, I look at it as 1 from 4 leave 3.
No, if you say, don't say bring it, you're adding it. You're adding a 1 to a 4. And a 1 and a 4 adds to 5.
Because of the plus in the middle.
No, no. I'll say these. Put +1 here. Okay. Let me put here. Okay. Let's put +1, right? And let's put +1 here. Take that out. Okay. Now let me put, oh, see if it lets me right. Okay. And I put a +1. Okay. So a -1 and a +1 is 0. So I just have R left. But a +4 and a +1 is 5.
Oh, oh, got you now.
Yeah, it's the
So
same thing we've been doing.
so when, oh no, I remember, Miss Barbara. When I bring over the 1, I change that sign.
Don't say
So
bring over.
When I add it, I'm gonna change
When you,
the
I
sign
want
to
to
plus.
hear operation signs. When you
Okay.
add 1 to a 4, you get 5. You
Oh, hold
add a
on.
1 to a -1, you get 0.
Okay. So when I'm going to add the one to the +4, I exchange the sign from one to plus. That's where I get my 5.
You don't have to say change the sign. A plus and a plus gives a plus.
No, the sign beside the one. I remember it says when it brings it to
No, that plus is an addition,
yeah.
but you're adding a +1. So you're getting an operation mixed up with the sign. You
But I'm thinking of the
This
sign
plus
beside the
is
one.
addition.
Yeah, I understood that, but I'm thinking about the sign beside the one.
Well, the 1 is
Change
default
it to
to 1.
change the sign to plus, then I add it to the 4 and I get 5 because the two same sign make it a addition, right?
Yeah, but if I say add a 1, that 1 is plus. Otherwise, I would have said add a -1.
Okay,
You got it?
got
So
it.
if I say add 1, that means you're adding a +1.
Okay,
So I didn't have to put a plus here because that's the default.
okay,
So a +4 and a +1, a +1 with a default of plus gives you a +5 or just 5.
okay, okay,
Whereas the -1 plus a +1 gives you 0. So a 0 plus R just gives you R. You got
thank
it?
you, Barbara. Yes, Miss Barbara, thank you.
Yeah, this is just like what we've been doing. Same thing, no different.
Yeah.
You got it, Mercedes?
Yes, Miss Barbara, thank you so much.
Okay. Now, let's go to number 7. Maureen, what's the answer to number 7?
Let's see. 2x.
You want just your X on the left side. So what do you do first?
Yeah, subtract
Subtract what?
2x from both sides.
Maureen, remember, you've got your X over here. You don't
Yeah.
want to subtract that out. You want to leave that X over there. You need to get your 4 with your 24. So what do you do, Maureen?
Um, subtract 4 from both sides.
That's it. Subtract 4 from both sides. Keep going. I want you to just tell me an answer here. Mercedes, you doing it? Got an answer?
Yeah, yeah,
20.
I want a whole answer there. X
Uh,
greater than or equal what?
x
Okay, so I put X
is greater or equals, right?
greater than or equal what?
20. Now we take
No.
away 4 from 4, right?
Yeah, you get 20, but you've got a 2X. So what's
Uh,
X equal to? X greater than or equal to?
22.
No, 20. And
Mm-hmm.
then you've got to divide that 20 by 2, right?
10.
That's it. So X then is greater than or equal
Equals the
to
10.
10. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Mercedes, did you get that?
I'm not sure yet. Um, she took away 4 from 24, right?
Right.
Yeah.
She took away 4 from both sides, and that just left 2X.
Where did he put the next 4? On the 4?
One on the 4 and one on the 24.
She
Okay.
subtracted 4 from both sides, and that left her. Let me just put what happens when she did that. Okay. When she subtracted the 4 from both sides, she's left with 2X greater than
20.
or equal 20.
20.
Mercedes, you with me?
Yes, I'm with you. I got it.
Then you divide both sides by
By
2,
two.
and you get x greater
Got it.
than or equal 10.
Yes, I got it.
Got it?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's look at a word problem. Maureen, read number 1. Can you need it bigger?
Amanda rented a bike from Shauna's Bikes. They charged her $2 per hour plus a $10 fee. Amanda paid less than 27. Solve the inequality to find the maximum number of hours Amanda rented the bike.
Okay, so you've got a fixed and you got a variable,
Mhm.
right? The $10 fee is the fix, right?
Uh-huh.
The $2 an hour is the variable.
Mhm.
So Maureen, how would I set this up?
Okay, let's see.
And she paid less than 27. So I'm underlining the things you'll need in your inequality. Okay, Maureen, you got a
If it,
fix and you got a variable. So tell me what to write.
okay, wait.
Mercedes, you solving it?
I'm trying, Miss. Yes.
So you put, okay, the 2 hours, right?
Plus.
Plus the $10 is fee. So she had 2 hours.
$2
$10
per
is
hour.
$2 per hour plus $10.
Right?
Uh,
Paid.
Now you can use a variable for hours, right? Use H, X, whatever you want to use, okay? Just tell me what to write.
you put $2 to X.
Okay, so you want to write 2X,
Uh-huh.
okay? So $2 per hour, Maureen is writing 2 X. And what's the fixed amount, Maureen? What's the fixed
So
amount? Mhm.
$10 fees.
That's right. So this would be plus the
$10.
fix, and that's the 10, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And she paid less than 27. So you need a less than, right? And what goes
Uh-huh.
after that, Maureen?
The 27.
That's it. Excellent. Okay. Now you got your inequality. And you need to solve that for X. Any questions on how we got the inequality?
No, Miss.
Okay. Now solve that for X. Tell me the answer.
Okay. You subtract 10 from both sides.
Okay. Good. And then solve for X. What do you get for X?
Okay. All right, subtract, yeah. So 10, 17. So you subtract 10 from both sides, right? Okay. So 10 and 17 is 27. So it'd be 2X
Okay.
I know it's less than
Okay. 2X. Right. Less than what? 27 minus 10, Maureen.
17.
Okay. So what is X?
I don't care. What is X?
Yes, you want to find the maximum number of hours she rented the bike. X is the number of hours. You let X be the variable for the number of hours. So what is X equal to?
X
I
is
mean,
equals
less
to
than.
2. X be less than 17? No.
How do you solve this for X?
You divide
Yes, divide what?
2 into 17?
Yeah, both sides by 2, and
Yeah.
this gives you X less than
Then
what?
2, 8.5.
8.5. So what's the maximum number of hours she can?
8.5 hours.
8. And if you said hours, it would just be 8 hours, right? If it were whole
Uh,
number hours, it'd be 8 hours. Yeah.
uh,
Because it say less than the $27. So if you tried to put 9, it would be more than the $27.
uh.
Okay.
So that's the 8.
Yeah. Whole number hours would just be
Oh,
8. Okay.
okay.
Questions?
Mm-mm.
Ladies, you got that?
Yes, miss.
Okay.
So, miss, one question right there.
Yeah.
Suppose you ask us to square it because that's a 5. You could put just X
If we
is
ask the what?
if you ask me to square that, if it was say a master to square it, I'm just thinking broadly. Because that's a 5, you could just say X is less than 9, right? Remember we use 5? You carry the 1 to the 8, make 9. Because it's a 5.
No, you wouldn't say just
No,
X
no, no.
less than
I'm not
9
saying you do it
because,
in this. No, I'm not saying you do it in this. I'm thinking broadly.
oh, yeah, I know. But
Yeah.
it wouldn't work here because
No, I know that.
8.5 has 8.6, 8.7, and those wouldn't work. So they're less than 9.
I know, I know, I
Yeah,
know.
I
I'm just
got you.
thinking
Yeah,
broadly.
in some cases you go up, in some cases you go down. You just have to know
Yeah.
when to do what. Okay. All right. Another word problem. Here's another word problem. Now, I want you to read this and tell me in words how you think you would solve it. I have
Wait a minute.
a diagram here of
Mikey,
the desk.
come in. You see the parcel downstairs?
No.
Looking the thing that's doing the barbecue. Looking at.
Maureen, go to mute when you're talking offline.
Sorry.
The, the bottom.
The bottom of
Um,
Ignacio's desktop.
is 74.5 centimeters from the floor.
4 point.
Inago sat in his adjustable chair, and the top of his legs are 49.3
49.3.
centimeters from the floor. Each clockwise rotation of the knob on the chair raises ignore legs by 4.8 centimeters. Write an equality to determine the number of clockwise rotations R Inago could make with the knob before his legs touching his desk.
Now, I have a diagram here that will help you understand this. Here's the diagram. Okay, the distance from the top of the desk to the floor is 74.5.
Okay.
The distance of his knees to the floor is 49.3. Now, when you rotate under the chair, it's going up by a certain number of centimeters, right?
Mhm.
So based on that, what can you say here? Anything?
What you said, and his legs is the distance from the table, from his desk?
This is his knees to the floor.
So we add those two together, right?
Why would you add them? His knees to the floor is
Oh,
49.3.
oh, I
The
see.
top of the desk to the floor is
It's contract.
74.5. Yes, the difference would be what would bring him up, right?
Yeah.
So you need to subtract these to find out the distance to go where he is to the top. All right, so that's what you'd have to do. But then you want to say, well, if rotation gives me so many centimeters, then how many, let's go back up here. Okay. How many rotations would you have to make before this man's legs touch the desk? In other words, let's go back here. He's right here.
Come
We
here.
want
Come here.
to touch the desk.
Let me see if I can get it.
Oh, this is mine.
Maureen, go to mute when you're offline with family.
Okay. I'm just pulling the door.
Okay. Okay. So imagine his knees are right here, right?
Uh-huh.
To go all the way up, you're at 74.5. He's at 49.3. Each rotation is moving him further, closer to the top, right?
Mhm.
Now, the difference would be him touching the desk.
Yes.
So we want to know how many revolutions, how many rotations can he make? Now, the rotations are 4.8. See, there's the rotations right there.
Okay.
Okay. So I want you to write an equality to determine the number of rotations he would have to make with the knob without his legs touching the desk. You got an idea of how you would do that?
Ouch.
No.
I got to concentrate.
Let's see.
74. You're right, Maureen. You said subtract. 74.5
Concentrate.
minus 49.3 would be the distance between where Ignatius'
Yeah, that is
knees are
25.
now and the top of the desk. So that's what you're working with.
That's
Yeah.
And that means every time you rotate, it's 4.8. So how many rotations? Rotations would be dividing the 4.8 into the difference.
Okay. Let me
Got
see.
it?
Yeah.
So write your inequality and tell me the number of rotations he would have to make without his legs touching the desk. So you said subtract. Let's take the 64.5 centimeters
Okay.
and subtract the 49.3 from it. Okay. All right.
With 4.8.
And then 4.8. Each rotation gives 4.8. So once you get that difference, divide that by 4.8. You got your steps?
I got my steps.
Okay. Now, what do you get when you subtract and then divide by 4.8?
I get 5.25.
Okay, you got 74.5 minus 49.3, right? And you divided that by the 4.8.
Okay.
Yes, 25.
And put that in an inequality.
I get 5.25.
Okay, so now put all of that in an inequality. The difference, okay, divided by the 4.8 less than or equal, and you got your rotations. You got it right, 5.25. So since you don't make fractions, and Mel say this is something you just asking, he can't make 6. So you take this low number, the 5, because there's no 1/4 rotation. It's either a rotation or it's not.
Uh-huh.
All right. So your answer will be R less than 5.25, but the number of rotations would just
Will
be
be 5.
5 because you can't
Okay.
have a fraction of rotations. You got it?
Okay. Uh-huh.
Questions? But the
Oh,
key is when you look at the diagram, the distance between the bottom of the desk to the top and the man's knees to the desk, the distance between those is the distance of the man's knees to the top of the desk. So once you get that difference, then you can divide 4.8 into that and you get the number of rotations. But that's a fraction, 5.25, a decimal. So he can't make the 0.25, but he can make a 5 whole number of rotations. Got it?
Mhm.
Mercedes,
I got all those answers before you finish it, Miss. But I'm saying I don't understand why we take away the 25. I didn't get it.
because when you rotate, a full rotation is 4.8.
Yeah.
You can't make a quarter of a rotation.
Okay, got you.
You got it?
Yes.
Can't make half of a rotation. You either make a rotation or you don't make a rotation.
Mhm.
Eh,
Got it?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Any questions? But it's clearer when you have, oh, I found this desk clip art, and I said it's easier when you have a diagram. You
Yeah.
see how from the bottom to the top of the desk, and you see the man's knees that are right here to the desk. So the difference is what would take the man's knees, because as you rotate, his knees are coming up, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sometimes you have to put things in a picture to understand them. Questions?
No, thank you, Miss.
Okay, I've got another one I want you to do. Okay. Now, I'm not going to do this one for you. I want you to do this one. Right? The inequality. Mercedes, you want to read it?
Oh, what is this? Kathy wants to collect over 100 seashells. She already has 34 seashells in her collection. Each day, she finds 12 more seashells on the beach. Kathy can use fraction of days to find shells. Write an equality to determine the number of days. D. It will take Kathy to collect over 100 shells. Okay.
So, reading this, what are you going to need in this problem, Mercedes?
Oh boy. Kathy wants to collect 100 shells. So, our aim is to collect 100 shell.
No, over.
Over 100 shell.
Careful, because you remember you've got to put an equality. She wants to collect over 100. What does she have? How many seashells
So,
does she have?
so first of all, she already has
34.
4
That's right.
shell.
She has
So,
34.
so you're gonna subtract that.
And each day she finds 12 more. So you know by the day she's getting 12, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Now, Mercedes, you were about to say what? You were about to say something
so
key.
if you want to know the amount of shell she has less to collect, if she has 34 already, you subtract 34 from 100, leave 66, something like
That's
that.
it. Very good. Good start. So you know she needs 66 more.
To make it 100,
And at
finds 12 more shells on the beach. So it's just another 12 to add to the 34. So in all she has 56.
no. What are you trying to find? Write an equality to determine the number of days it would take Katie to
Oh,
collect
yeah.
over.
The days, the days.
You're looking,
Collect
yep.
over a
So,
hundred.
so I want you to write that inequality.
So
Oh,
this one is hard for me to even put
so
it right.
every 5.5 days, right?
I don't know to write the
I
equality.
want the inequality.
So, oh boy.
Equality.
Write the inequality.
I don't know to write this inequality. I cannot,
Equality would
I know I
be
cannot work it, what not to
number.
write.
It would be D as days, right?
Oh yeah. But oh, you
I know.
start with the hundreds, Marine.
No, where she has 100, she had 34, that's 66, right?
Yeah.
So then I divide 66 by 12. So 12 fives is 60 and 6 is 66, right?
Hold on.
It said Kathy can use fractions of days to find shares. So it's like 5 days, 5 and 6. 5 um
F-
5 and 6 days, 5 or 12 is 60 and 6 is 66, right? So that'd be 5 and 6 over 12, or say 5 and 3 over 4. I don't know.
Oh, so
What's
you
the
Baba,
what's the inequality?
I don't know how you can't remember how you write the equality. That's my
my
problem.
problem right there.
I know I got to 12 fives is
It's kind of
60 and 6
kind of
is
right there.
66.
I can't do
3
it.
is 62.
I can do the
That's
math.
5 and 2/3, right? The 2 days, 5 and 2/3. I could be 5. I don't know. The equality is what has got me, Miss Barbara. So that's it.
Well, how many seashells does she need to collect over 100?
How many more
Mm-hmm.
she needs to collect to go over 100?
Yes.
She has already
She
has
has 34
Yeah.
and she needs to collect over 100. So how many more does she need to get over 100?
So 66.
Yeah, she's got to be over 66, right? Now,
Uh-huh.
what to get over 66, what must she do?
collect more.
Yeah, but what would
What
that look like as an inequality? At 12 more per day, and days is D. So what? Tell me what to write.
okay, it's 66, right?
It's
Am
more
I
than
right?
no.
I want the variable on the left.
The variable is 12.
The variable is D.
D, right, D.
So what goes in front of the D, Maureen?
66.
No,
12?
12. She gets 12 per day, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So 12 times the days, D.
Uh-huh.
And what must that be? What's the inequality symbol?
Greater or equal.
Yeah, it says over. So she wants to collect
Yeah,
greater than or equal. Okay, so this would be a greater than or equal.
equal.
Let's see if I have one. I think I have a greater than. Let's see. Okay, greater than or equal. There,
3 points.
greater than or equal. Let's put that back here. So 12D greater than or equal what?
66.
66. Very good. That's your inequality.
Oh, I see. That's what got me messed with the equality.
Yes, see, it's 12 seashells per day, right?
Uh-huh.
So 12 times number of days, because they gave you the variable D, it's got to be greater than or equal 66, because that's how many additional she needs to go over 100.
Wait a minute. So she had 66 left.
Well, actually, it's not really greater than or equal. It's greater. Sorry.
That's greater.
Yeah, it's just greater because you
Okay.
didn't say at least. Okay. So that means 12 per day times D days must be greater than 66. That would mean it'll exceed 100, right? So how do I solve for D, Mercedes?
You gotta subtract.
Don't you say subtract, Mercedes. Do not say subtract. How do I solve for D?
I'm going to add 12 on both sides.
No, no, Mercedes.
Divide,
12D
divide,
is
divide,
that's
divide.
a multiplication.
Multiplication?
Yeah, 12D
Ah,
is 12 times D. So you divide, right?
uh,
I divide.
So yeah, that's it. Stop getting those divisions mixed up with the subtraction and
I just
addition.
make a mistake because I divided on my calculator already.
So D greater than 66 divided by 12. And what's that equal to, Mercedes?
5.5.
D greater than 5.5. Okay, that's the inequality. And that's the 5.5. Now you need to use that 5.5 in the second part of this.
Oh.
Now, how would I graph this solution to show that 5.5? Tell me what to write, somebody.
you put it between the 5 and the 6.
What do I put?
A dot or a greater sign.
What do you put?
Get graph the solution
No,
set to
you
the
gotta put
question.
a line here, right? So let's just put here. Okay. Right. All right. So let's just put this, right? Because this is
Uh-huh.
about 5.5
Yes,
Mhm.
I'm taking
and greater would go in
that
this
way.
direction, right? Greater.
Uh,
That would be it.
uh,
That's how you'd graph the solution. You pick
uh,
between the
I would say,
5.5 and it's got
uh,
to be greater than 5.5.
mm,
So greater is going from left to right. Got it?
uh, uh-huh. Okay.
So that
Okay.
is really what is asking us to do, miss.
Yes, it's
But
graph
if
the solution set to this inequality on the number line. I gave you the number line, and what you need to do is put your
rule,
open dot
yeah,
above the 5.5, which is midway between 5 and 6.
yes,
And going in this direction is
the
increasing.
greater,
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
yes, because she's adding to it. So
Yeah, it says greater than the 100. So something 5.5 or greater would give you greater than 100
100,
seashells.
yeah.
Got it? Questions?
This one helped me thinking, so I'll do more of this one to get to understand it better.
Yeah, but you started off perfect. I mean, you said, well, I've got this number and I can collect oh, I have so many already and I need over 100. So you got the difference, say, well, I need 66. So that means to get 66 at 12 per day, then that's how you got the 5.5. Now you say anything 5.5, well, anything greater than 5.5, because it's not a greater than or equal. This is greater than 5.5 because when it's an open circle, it's greater or less than, does not include the number. All right.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, Miss Barbara.
We're going to do just one more. Okay. I want you to solve this one. This will be our last word problem. Because I want you to get accustomed to the inequalities. Even though I give you a multiple choice and you pick the right one, it's good when you can write it
Yeah, I
yourself.
want to learn more about this, Miss Barbara, because you will get it on some papers and you go blank.
Yes. So I want you to write this as an inequality. Jeanette has $40 to spend on flowers. She wants to buy roses for $18 and spend the rest on lilies. Each lily flower costs $11. Write an inequality for the number of lilies she can buy. So now, based on what I have, just say in the words how you would find it and then write it as an inequality.
She want to buy roses for $18 and spend the rest on lilies. Okay, so okay, so she buy some.
Maureen, you got an answer?
Just 22.
Okay, hold on. You want
Mercedes, you have an answer? You have an
No,
inequality? Tell me what to write.
okay, each lily. Each. Okay, right. The equality for the number of lilies she can buy.
Yeah,
If
the
my
number of lilies she can buy. Tell
okay,
me the inequality.
she can buy only two lilies. If my head mental tell me the right answer, she only can buy two lilies,
Oh, she
miss.
only buy two lilies.
You didn't tell me the inequality.
Uh-oh.
What did I subtract the 18 from the 40,
Yep.
right?
Okay, use L for lilies. Now tell
Yeah.
me the inequality. You're right, Maureen. Subtract 18 from the 40.
Okay.
And that gives you how much money she has to spend on lilies. How
Yeah.
much is that, Maureen?
$22.
$22.
Okay. Now, if each lily costs $11, tell me the inequality. Use
You could
L
only,
for lilies.
uh-huh. Could only buy two lilies.
You didn't tell me the inequality.
The equality is, I don't, the equality is,
That's my problem there, right?
write an equality for the number of lilies she can buy. Use L for lilies. Lilies is,
Okay.
I don't know.
40 for flowers.
So it would be, it'd be, I don't know,
Roses.
What would it
it'd
be?
be 22, I don't know.
Put
Sorry,
your
Miss
L on the left side. What would I write, Maureen?
L, I don't know.
Oh, can we say L is equal to
No
less than?
equals
Oh, oh,
inequalities.
sorry. L is less, no, less than or equal.
Tell me what to write.
L is
Use
equal.
L for lilies. So
So what would I write?
L,
Each lily costs $11.
uh,
Maureen, so what would I write?
L is
11
7, right?
L,
oh
right? Each
Uh-huh.
lily costs
less
11,
than or
Yeah.
equal.
and you saying this is less than or
2,
equal what?
the 2,
No, 40 minus 18,
oh, 22.
22.
That's
That
the
is
answer.
it.
That's it.
Yes.
So
I tell
lilies
you.
is less than or equal to 2,
Uh,
right?
You're thoughtful, Marie.
uh,
Very thoughtful.
You got it? I
yeah.
mean, you got the answer, but I want you to put it in an
Yeah,
inequality.
that's my little
Then
problem.
the
At,
quality first messed up my
yeah,
brain.
at $11 for one lily is 11 times the L for lilies, and you have $22 left after you buy the roses, right?
Mhm.
So less than or equal to 22, and your answer would be 2. That's the most lilies you could buy is 2. You can't buy half of a lily. So okay, any questions?
No.
Thank you, miss. That
All
was
right,
good.
so
You're
you'll
gonna
have.
send these little work to us, miss.
I'm sorry.
You're gonna send all those little works we did to us.
Oh yes,
I
everything will come
want
to
to
you.
note them. I want to note them in
Oh
my
yeah,
book.
you'll get it all, and you will have at least a couple of word problems on Monday.
Okay.
Quiz. Most of them will just be the I mean the inequalities, but you'll have some with the translating the verbals to the math with an inequality, right?
Uh,
And just to show you, let's see, I want to just see, let's see if I have, okay. Like here, this is verbals to the math in an inequality, right? Z multiplied by 4. Say, okay, look at this one. Tell me if you can get the answer.
Z multiplied by 4. Then subtract 8
Z multiply.
when the answer is greater than or equal. Okay.
28. So Z is multiplied by 4.
Uh,
8 subtracted from the result.
I will say A.
You would say A.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say, Mercedes?
Give me 1 sec, miss. Z multiplied by 4, then 8 subtracted.
From the result.
Mm-hmm. Um, one sec.
Maureen, what you put is 8 subtracted from Z and multiplied by result, multiplied by 4. That's not the same thing.
Oh, the number Z.
It's
Oh, you see.
multiplied by 4. And then
Uh,
you subtract 8 from the result. A says subtract 8 from
uh,
Z and multiply the result by 4. That's not the same thing.
uh,
So let me let you pick another answer, Maureen.
the number Z is multiplied by 4.
Then
Then
8 is
subtract 8.
subtracted from the result. And the final answer is greater than or equal to 28, Maureen. So it's
Uh,
not A. So what would you pick?
I will pick B. No. This thing's confusing. The next number that you should pick is the Z.
Maureen, Z multiplied by 4 means 4Z.
Yeah, okay, so that got to be D.
Okay.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Z
Yeah.
multiplied by 4, that's 4Z, right?
Uh-huh.
8 subtracted from the result, that's minus 8.
Mhm.
Greater than or equal to 28 is D. That's a
Yes.
greater than or
Yeah.
equal,
Yeah.
right? Got
Yeah.
it?
Uh-huh.
Answer D.
So,
Mercedes, did you get that?
hold on. Your answer is what, miss?
D.
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 Okay, miss, the standing number for end up with that is 32.
The what?
The number that multiply Z is 32, miss.
No, I didn't ask you that.
I know. I know that. But I
No,
will.
Z wouldn't be 30 to be 4Z would be greater than or equal to 32, and Z is going to be greater than or equal to the 32 divided by the 4.
That's right. So if you take away 4 from 32, left 28. Now that is how I could find
You
my
take
answer.
away what?
If you take, you said that a number
Ouch.
Z multiplied by 4, then 8 is subtracted from the result, give you 28, right? Let me see.
No,
Right?
no.
That's
Right.
it, the
Greater than
final
or
answer.
equal.
Oh,
The
The
final
final
answer
answer is greater than or equal to
or
28.
equals.
so the greater the
That can only be D. 8 subtracted from the 4Z, and
yeah,
that
I was
answer
looking at
greater than or equal to 28.
okay, greater than so 4Z minus 8 is greater than or equal to, yes, this is the correct answer to what I research.
Yeah, yeah, because Z
Because
multiplied by 4 is 4Z. 8
Z
subtracted
represent,
is 8 minus 8.
yeah,
Greater than or equal is greater than or equal 28.
because Z represent a number that's multiplied by 4.
That's right.
Good.
So that's 4 side by side, 4Z, right?
Yes.
Okay. What is that one?
6 is added to a number. Then the result
This is
by,
added to a number.
Maureen, you got that one?
wait a minute.
Then is
This is mental
D.
maths. Added to a number X. Then the result is multiplied by 9. The final answer is greater
That
than.
number is greater than. The answer is D, Miss Barbara.
The answer is what?
D. You say
It says
6 is
6 is add to a number, not
yes.
9.
Huh?
Maureen, that's 9 added to a number multiplied by 6.
Uh,
Isn't that 9 added to a number? But this says
no.
6 added to a number.
Yeah, that's number D.
But that says
No,
9,
that's 6.
Maureen. Isn't that
No.
a 9? Maureen, X plus 9, isn't that 9 added to a
Oh,
number?
oh,
That's not the same as 6 added to a number.
oh, let's see.
And the multiplication is by 9, not by 6.
Oh, I see.
Got it? So it can't be
Yeah.
Z. What is it, Mercedes?
A. Is it
A?
A? Yeah.
No.
It got to
Then
be
B
B.
then.
B.
Yeah. It says 6 added to a number, result multiplied by 9,
Is
find the
greater.
answer greater than 99. It's B.
Oh, oh yeah. I read it backwards.
A says 9 by a number and result added to 6. That's not the same,
That's right.
Mercedes.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
said
yeah, yeah.
A.
Yeah.
That's right.
You got
Because
it?
you have
Mhm.
to multiply 9 with that number. So
Yes,
the answer is
that's
B.
right. And you got to read these things carefully.
Yeah, it just
6
True.
slipped.
is added.
And I just
True.
forgot the brackets. I forgot that. So that B is correct.
Yes, there B. There you go. You got it? So
Yeah.
you'll have converting these to arithmetic expressions in an inequality. So make sure you read what you're doing and then what the inequality is. Got it?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna stop here.
Uh-huh.
No, no assignment for Monday since you've got a quiz on Monday. Okay. But
Okay.
I'll send you what we went over
Thank you.
and you
Oh,
just go through those and be ready for your quiz on
Are
Monday.
you sending it today,
okay.
Miss?
Yes, I'm sending it today as soon as I go off.
Okay.
All right, so long everybody.
Still have a good weekend, everybody.
All right,